You always got to get that pre-drink. Make sure you're good. It's a pretty sweet cup over there, Krystal.
Thank you.
The Buscher team. I like it.
Do you need a pink one?
I mean, I like you guys.
But you're not going to rock
I don't
it.
know how much advertising I need to give you. I mean, I'm already doing this.
I get it.
Yeah. This is Real Estate for Real. I am Eric Pettigo, being joined finally by Krystal and Anthony Buscher. How you guys doing?
We're good. How about yourself?
I mean, here I am. I'm doing as I guess as good as I can be. I'm super glad to finally have you guys on. We've been working on this for a long time.
We have.
Yeah.
I feel like a celebrity being on here on your podcast.
Stop it. No, go ahead. Say more.
It's because we listen to it so much.
No, I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. I made some pretty good friends in real estate, and it's like you don't realize that, man, you don't really get to have sit down conversations. We're always so busy. It's like we'll talk for 5 minutes or something. It's usually about a deal we have going on, and then we don't cross paths until we have it again.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you have any good listings coming up you'd like to tell us about?
In Sherman.
In Sherman?
In Sherman. I need Sherman.
I don't have Sherman. Anyway, we can do this on the air. That's cool. No, how is it? Because we're recording this. It's February, right? It's still the beginning of the year, technically, and got a few things working. But it's weird coming off of like a really, really busy year, which 2024 was, and then winter hits, and it's like screeching halt.
Yeah.
Is that happening to you guys right now too, or am I just bad at my job?
It's the ebb and flow depending on the week, Sometimes the phone rings crazy, and then others you think you'll never sell a house again.
I know.
Like you have no idea.
It's weird,
it's
right?
Crazy. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have no idea what my day looks like.
Yes, and so we all relate with that. And so one of the reasons I wanted to have you guys on, because I've been married for like 15 years, and I've been with my wife for 20 years, and so she's been with me since before real estate, and now she's kind of like taking this journey with me. In the instability and the craziness of the real estate ride. You guys are like on that ride together.
Yes.
Which is I can't imagine.
Yeah. It's always crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's you guys have listened before, so we like to do a little background story, tell us about yourself, that kind of stuff. So you met here.
Yes. At the real estate group.
Yep. At the real estate group.
Yep.
I had been a realtor, I guess the math would be 2.5 years prior to him.
Okay. So when did you get your license officially?
The beginning of 2008. So I just hit 17 years.
Nice. That's a good run. Yeah. That's a good run. So beginning of 2008, and then Anthony.
I was 2010.
Okay. All right. And then, so you guys.
License-wise, I feel like I've been involved for a long time.
We'll get into that, because I had your dad on last month, and so he told a few stories about, you grew up in the business.
Yes.
Your dad's Mike Buscher. If people didn't, connect the dots.
Yes.
But you grew up in the business, being around your dad and coming along on like all of the real estate stuff. And so from what the story he told is, you hated real estate.
I did. Yeah, very much so. Because, as a kid, you're in the middle of everything. Well, and my mom, Misty, also loan officer, so total mix of everything. And classically, and I remember so vividly of being a kid in the living room.
Yeah.
And that phone would ring. Well, he didn't have a habit of getting up out of the room to go answer the phone. It was everybody else.
I recognize those snaps.
Yeah.
I've done those snaps. Yeah. My wife would be like, "Dad's on a work call. Everybody shut up."
Yeah.
That's life growing up.
I'm glad it's universal then.
I mean, it's life growing up as a real estate kid.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, everybody knows that phone rings and it's shut up time.
Well, as a kid, though, you think you could get up and go answer this phone in another room. There was no pausing the TV back then.
I guess I've never lived that part of it. I've only had kids and been the realtor part of it. So, all right. So you grew up in the business, and then you decided ultimately you wanted to get into the business, but that wasn't initially what you wanted to do.
No.
Correct?
No. Initially I have a bachelor's in fine arts.
That's right. Yep.
And then I went to Orlando for a couple years and did an animation school and sat at a desk for about 10 hours a day and just drove myself crazy.
See, like animation school sounds awesome.
Yes, it was. It was cool, but
too much sitting.
But it's sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
And once again, even in college, I'm getting in trouble because I'm walking around talking to people and, you know.
Yeah, see, the realtor in you was always there, buddy.
Yes,
it was always there. And so you move back here and you're like ready to join the family biz.
No, so I was out of high school and all through college, weekends, breaks, I did construction.
Okay.
My dad's good friends with Pete Giacomini, so I started working with him early.
Name drop, we'll send you an invoice, Pete.
in my career. This episode is sponsored by... So I did that, and then when I came back, I continued to do that. And just trying to figure out the next step of things to do, it kind of just fell in place to me.
Sure.
Thinking, I take advantage of the opportunities in front of me. So, and kind of shocked him with that news, but
that's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said. He said he was really surprised that you decided. But
you ever seen Mike Buscher speechless?
Very rarely.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, very rarely. So I was like, man, we're gonna have to do 2 episodes. The guy wouldn't shut up. I'm just gonna be honest.
I loved his podcast.
Okay, so Krystal, the journey for you looked like what then? What brought you into real estate?
So I was like a baby when I started. I was in college and there was nothing that really like interests me. And my mom one day, I think, was just like tired of paying for school. And I was like, I don't even enjoy this. Like I don't even know what I want to be. And her knowing me like as well as she did, she basically was like, what about real estate? Yep. And she nailed it. Like I signed up for the class. I was like, signed up for the class and showed up. And I felt like for the first time I was like so interested. And then from there, it's just, I took the class and started real estate. And I've just like loved it ever since. It's me.
So for any of you historians out there, 2008 was not the most lucrative time to get into real estate.
No, it's like the worst. The worst, yes.
So an interesting choice at that time to be like, maybe it's real estate. And then as a young person too, who it's already hard enough to get going.
Yes, I was 23, like had just turned 23.
Okay.
So I was a baby and like I had no idea what I was doing, but.
So how was that, how were those first couple of years like as a young person coming out of like, the economy was in shambles right then.
It was.
And so how was that getting going? I'm sure there was a lot of times where you were like, this is not going to work. Or did you just hit the ground running, superstar?
I did. That's exactly what I did.
I'm glad I presented that option for you too.
Yes,
so
that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
I was determined that I was going to make it work. And
that's
I knew
awesome.
the times I was getting in it. I knew my age, but I also didn't have any kids. You know what I mean? So I was able to fully throw myself in it and just make it work.
Okay.
I became really close friends with Cody. And so Cody and I did a lot of things together to try to get our names out there. Cody Houston, yes. And so we were always out there just meeting new people and knocking on doors and you name it, we were there.
Knocking on doors is a lost art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
thank God.
Yeah, I hated it. Cody was way better at it than me.
I did that my first year too. I went out and knocked on doors. I didn't know what else to do. I was just like, I just need to meet as many people as I possibly can.
You had the benefit of your Baker Square crew.
Yes. So I kept my waitressing job until 2012.
Okay.
I was also a waitress and it became to the point where I got so busy with real estate that I was negotiating contracts in the bathroom. Like the toilets were flushing and like, I was like, maybe I should quit. So, but all those people that were my regulars there ended up being my clients for real estate. At least a lot of them were.
It's pretty cool how that works, right? And you're probably still like connected in some way to a lot of those people.
I am. Like all the people that worked there, plus 8 there, like, yeah.
And then they've referred other people to you as well that have kind of, and it's just how the business works. It's fascinating.
It yes.
So when Mike was on, he told a story that originally, and he said, you can have Krystal tell this story. You know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Originally, he said he didn't hire you. Am I getting that right?
Yes, but just so you know, like I wasn't even like aware of that until maybe several years ago.
Really?
Yeah. I think maybe we were all having a cocktail or something. Then he told us. But
Can you shed a little light on that? Because I have no idea. I was like, what? He goes, I'll let her tell that story.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean, like I said, I was very young and I don't know. I just was determined that I basically explained to him like, I really want this job. And so he did end up hiring me, but I don't think that he necessarily wanted to in the beginning.
Well, he wasn't even there for your first appointment, was he?
Yeah, so I had an appointment with him.
Did he stand you up?
Yes.
Unreal.
Yeah, but listen, I had went out and bought a new dress and,
Unprofessionalism.
So I had to go out that day and they were like, yeah, he's not here. Your appointment's tomorrow. And I was like, first of all, this was the only appointment I had. So I knew that was my time. And then I was like, well, shoot, I can't show back up in the same outfit. I mean, people saw me. So I went back and bought another outfit and came back. And I was like, okay, you're going to hire me now that you stood me up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you're there 2008. You come in and his real estate group was relatively young.
I started at Aspen.
You started at Aspen.
I started at Aspen, yeah. Okay. And then I believe at the end of the year was the merger with the real estate group. So I was like a very new agent at Aspen, but I worked there for a year.
Okay. And then you came in 2010.
Correct.
Your paths cross.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like Ed Sheeran, we found love right where we are.
Yeah. That was our wedding song.
Yeah. Was it really?
Yes, it was.
I even had Michael Walk come sing to her at the real estate group on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's nice. And when I started in 2014, right? Yeah, I started in 2014. Like I got licensed at the very end of 2013. I met with your dad, and I started officially at like January 1 of 2014.
Yeah.
And at that point, you guys weren't married yet, right?
What?
Or were you?
You said 14? 2014. We were engaged.
You were engaged, right? Because I feel like you had a different last name when I first started.
Yeah, Tarvin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, no, we were engaged. We got married in
2015? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm sure my invitation just got lost in the mail.
I don't know how that happens.
Just didn't RSVP. I'm still unsure why.
It was probably a pretty cool wedding, though, right? Where did you guys get married?
Post Catering.
Yep, in Sherman.
Nice.
Sherman, or is that technically Andrew?
It was quite the bash.
I bet it was.
It was quite the bash. I remember sitting at the head table and like looking out, and I was like, I don't see like an empty seat. I was like, I think we packed this place full, but it was a good time.
That's awesome. See,
there's some realtors there. I mean, we couldn't invite all of them.
How could there not be some realtors there?
Yeah.
What's weird is in this job, we're all like extroverted people, right? Or at least the majority, and it helps. Mm-hmm. And I've never had a problem with like attention or anything like that. But I remember my wedding, and we got married at like the Northfield. We just did all in one thing, and it was. I remember walking out, and I felt every single eyeball on me, and I've never felt anything like that before. And I was like, whoa, you know, it was kind of overwhelming in that moment. But
I got really nervous right before I like walked down the aisle. Yeah. And like I just had this like nervous cough. And my dad was like, are you okay? I was like, it just feels really weird when every single person is looking at you.
See, I wasn't nervous. I knew I wanted to marry her.
Oh, that's not why I was nervous. It's just really weird when everyone's staring at you.
What am I doing? What am I doing? But it is like it's a feeling I'm not like super used to, is being that like, you know, where it kind of like sucks the wind out of you. But I remember our wedding, it was such like, the party was so cool there was another wedding reception happening in one of the other banquet halls.
Oh, wow.
And one of my groomsmen was like out in the hallway, and one of the other party's groomsmen, and they ended up talking. And one of my groomsmen challenged them to a dance-off. So their entire reception came to our reception, and we had a wedding party dance-off.
Incredible.
It was the most insane thing
That's
ever.
so fun.
Yeah.
So who won?
It was us. Are you kidding?
He's like, of course.
Yeah. I don't even dance, but I compete.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
It was so cool. But this is before like cell phone videos and stuff, so there's only some grainy, disposable
What year
camera.
were you married?
2009.
Okay.
Yeah. It was supposed to be 2008, but somebody got pregnant.
We had to push ours back too. We were supposed to be 2014, but we pushed ours back too.
Because somebody got pregnant?
No.
Oh, okay.
A death in the family. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, way less fun. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so you guys married 2015, and what's the kid situation?
So we got pregnant in 2018.
Okay.
So our son will be 6.
You just have the one.
No, we have 2.
You have 2. Okay, I thought you had 2. All right.
Beckham is our almost 6-year-old, and then we also have Alessandra, and she's 3.
6 and 3.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. 5 and 3 right now.
5 and 3. Okay, about to be 6 and 3, and full-time real estate and 2 young kids.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's a lot to juggle, right?
It is. Yeah. But
It is.
embrace the chaos.
Yes. All about embracing the chaos. Yep.
So then in a sense though, with like the freedom that we have in our job, and it's not quite the freedom that is the perceived freedom of, oh, you guys just do whatever you want whenever you want, and it's awesome. I want to be a realtor.
Yeah.
It's not that, but there is some freedom in, hey, I'm unavailable right now. Like that's got to be, with young kids, having you both in real estate somewhat beneficial.
There's definite benefits.
Yes.
When they're not in school, especially.
Right.
Yes.
Summers, mornings can be not as rambunctious as you want. You can have breakfast with them.
Yeah,
and
we
things like
actually really enjoy our mornings. We're still like answering our phone and stuff like that.
Of course.
But usually, typically, people don't need you at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
At least to go anywhere. And it was very beneficial when I had like a newborn baby. Yeah, especially in 2021. We had our daughter Elle in 2021, and it was very beneficial that he was a realtor.
Well, I can go cover anything that
Yes.
showing wise.
Because it was harder for me to leave, and so I would essentially kind of just send him on showings and then handle the rest.
And if a kid gets sick, it's not like you have to call in to your 9-to-5 office job.
Right.
Say, I can't make it today. I have a sick kid. It's you just move some appointments around. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and especially with us being on a team, we, just make up for each other. If one of them's sick, one of us will stay home. The other will just kind of put the boots on and go.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just you? Is it just the 2 of you? Is that your team?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the Buscher team?
We love it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You so how does like taking time off work?
Oh.
If,
It's a little tricky.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Still work on vacation.
Well, we all work on vacation.
Yeah.
But if you're out of town somewhere, you obviously can't show a house.
Yeah.
So who do you call?
We have good friends.
Yeah.
Cody?
Good friends. Yep, Cody. Cody a lot of times. There's other people that have helped us.
Well, I'm here if you ever need. Just
I appreciate it.
throw
Thank
that
you.
out there. Yeah. Anyhow,
And
that's
same.
good because I'm getting ready to leave the country for a little bit.
She set us up.
We
Yeah,
got you,
I did.
buddy.
How about that?
We got you.
Is it a cruise where the phone is not available?
It is a cruise, but I do pay for the phone to be available.
Yeah.
And for internet, so I got my laptop.
You almost have to, because we were talking about that like yesterday.
You
I
do.
think who would we like leave our phone with? You know what I mean? Like so they could answer it. I mean, you almost have to pay for the plan.
Typical Krystal's trying to figure out what we're going to do with our phone on the cruise that we do not have booked. Nothing planned out, but she needs to figure that out.
It's important, though.
Disney cruise. I think that would be so much fun.
You guys have to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you've done it?
Yeah, we've gone on 3 Disney cruises.
Okay.
And now our kids are older. Our kids are 21, 18, 16. So the last Disney cruise we went on was like 2022. And the oldest didn't come with us, but the other 2 were like, yeah, this is fun, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really trying to wait in line for 20 minutes to meet Goofy.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we just go get some pizza? You know, like,
Yeah.
But they've also been on Carnival, which there's so much more to do for a teen, but for
Older.
young kids,
Yeah.
you guys have to do it.
Have you done Disney World too?
Oh,
So which do
Like
you like
5
better?
times, yeah.
Because we have been told that people like the cruises more.
oh, it's hard to pick for me.
Okay.
Like a general experience of cruise is going to be more fun. It's consistently awesome every time. Disney World, you got to plan that out pretty good. The time, like when you go matters, what time you get to the park matters.
Yeah.
Which park you're at matters, and like plotting the course. Okay, we're gonna hit here, 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 here. You can't just go wandering around.
Yeah.
Because then it's chaos.
Yeah.
And you end up not doing anything, and everybody's hungry and mad and crying.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, Dad, why are you crying? Like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But we love them. We love them both. But my wife is one of these where she does so much research that every time we've gone to Disney has
the one
been
that does
like
it.
the perfect time to go. So we're not waiting in line for like 3.5 hours for anything.
Yeah.
We've really got to experience it, and we know where we're going and what's coming up next.
Yeah.
So
You have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you go in utter chaos, and then it takes away the fun.
yeah, but a cruise is a cruise. You can go anytime, and it's
The same amount of people.
Yeah.
especially a
Yeah.
Disney cruise.
Yeah.
There's always going to be, like, if you go on a different cruise line that's not geared towards kids, depending on when you go, if you go during the school year when school is in session, because they just sell it by the room,
Yeah.
And so there's going to be fewer kids during those times, which can be a little more relaxing. But a Disney cruise is always going to be
Packed,
Yeah.
always going to be full of kids. But they do a great job with it. It's so much. You guys have to do. Have you been on a cruise at all?
No, never.
Oh, yeah, you've got to do it. That's my favorite thing to do.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
His uncle is the same way. He's always
Yeah.
on a cruise.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can talk about real estate, I suppose. I mentioned earlier that I'm competitive, and I'm sure you guys are too, because that is kind of part of what we do.
A little competitiveness in me.
So how does that work at the house, right? Because surely you're on a team, so it helps,
We weren't always, though.
but you weren't always.
No. We weren't always on a team.
No, not for a while, really.
Until we basically had Beckham.
Okay.
And then, it just, made sense,
Yeah.
And we kind of enjoyed, being each other's, I guess you could call it competition. We kind of enjoyed that. It was like, okay, who's the breadwinner for the year, type thing.
Which I'm okay with. I would love her to take the reins full time.
Yeah. But then 2019, I think it was. Yeah. We joined.
Okay. You
So-
joined forces.
Yeah.
But there's still got to be some inner competition there. No?
Not anymore. There was before, and it was fun. But now not really so much.
We don't even track individual
Really?
sales
No.
anymore. It's all one.
Not really. Yeah.
Is somebody officially the team lead on paper? Yeah? Seniority?
I just went with the better looking one.
Well done, sir. Well done.
It's
This guy's
technically me.
smooth. I can see what did it. This guy is super smooth.
I drew the short stick, I think, because I have to sign more paperwork and stuff, but it's all good.
Do you guys ever have clients who know you both?
Yes.
Who are like, which one of you do I use? What do I?
Yes, and we tag team a lot of people.
Yeah.
We'll all start a group message, and it actually works out really well because he will have been talking to so and so yesterday and know of something, but I didn't know about it. So
Right.
it actually works out really well. But we tag team if we both know them. We tag team.
My 12:30 today is group clients essentially.
Yeah, people that we just know together. But
Okay.
I would say the majority of people, he takes one and we're separate. But there are certain circumstances where we do tag team people.
That's so helpful. I can't imagine having that.
It's helpful on the showing side of it. Sometimes it gets a little more difficult when you if you don't create that group text message
Yes.
because
Oh.
you're communicating. I'm communicating with them, and then
Yes.
she does, and then we overlap and well, did you not tell them that?
Oh yeah, I can see where that would get a little like a little jumbled up there.
But the group message takes care of that. Yeah, really.
You just got to make sure to always do that.
Yeah,
always.
You do.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What do you guys think? Just in a general sense. I mean, it's early in the year. Last year was a really busy year. We've been told not to harp too big on like the actual number, but our office did some amazing things last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like, oh man, how are we going to top that? How are we going to be able to move forward? Like, what are your projections of 2025? Like, how do you guys think this year is going to go? Because a lot of people are realtors that listen to this, but there are people who are not who just have a general interest in real estate that are like, what am I, should I buy this year? Should I wait? Like, when people ask you these kind of questions, like, hey, how's this year going to go? How's the market? What are rates going to do? Is this going to be a good time to sell? Like, how do you guys feel that 2025 is going to shape out for real estate?
I mean,
go ahead.
I feel like it honestly will be a good year. I think rates will trickle down eventually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in that same sense as, I mean, most people say the same thing. As soon as you wait, then that competition goes up.
Yeah.
And then if you have to spend another $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to go over asking price because you're competing against more people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Did it help at all? Probably not.
I've had that question many times
recently,
and my answer has been the same to multiple people. They're like, hey, I know you like don't know for sure, but like the rates, do you think they're going to come down, this and that? My answer essentially has been the same. And I'm like, you should buy the house that you want now. Like if it's out there, I wouldn't hold back. And buy the house you want now. You can always refinance if needed. But if the rates do come down, then there's going to be way more competition. The multiple offer situations are going to be worse, and then you're going to be paying X amount of dollars to get that house. So if there's something out there that you want to buy, I would just buy it and then refinance later. That's been my answer.
That's really, I give a lot of the same advice. People are like, I'll just hold off, and
there's a lot of people holding off.
And I always go, oh, that's fine. If you don't feel like you want to buy something right now, fine. But in a real scenario, if the perfect, because we're talking houses here, if the perfect house or something close to that hits the market, you honestly don't want me to tell you about it.
Right.
You honestly don't want to go look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's not 2 months later than it is now. Well, no, I mean, still tell me about it. Okay, then we're not going to hold off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I tell people that all the time too. Let's go look at houses either way, even if you're like kind of interested in it, because as you know, the more you spend time with the buyer, the more you get inside their head.
Absolutely.
And then those whispers around the office, or we got this coming up, this email comes out, and you're like, that is going to fit.
There you go.
But you don't know until you really, understand what they really want.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it too, I think, is like making people understand that it's a process. It can be a lengthy process. Even a quick one is still somewhat of a lengthy process. Like if you decide tomorrow I want to buy a house, that doesn't mean that house is going to be there and we're just going to go take a look at it. It's not like going to the car lot and being like, I'll take the red one.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So
it's not. And then have you ever ran into that circumstance where you have a new buyer and you showed them the first house, but you're like, this is the house.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you that you need to buy this house after looking at something for 1 hour. That's all we've done, but this is the one you need to go after.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I always say this is, just knowing your range, knowing what you're looking for. The chances of us topping this for you are minimal, so what we're going to do now is go look at some other houses, and you're going to compare every single one to these, to this. You're going to compare every single one to this one, and you're going to be like, I should have just bought that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a house, so you can't just be like one and done. You got to see some more so know. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to do in this market.
I've always said it's just as important to see the bad ones as it is the good ones.
It is.
Because it's a little bit like dating, sometimes,
Yes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And I stress that because they're like, oh, I'm so sorry I wasted your time. I'm like, you absolutely did not waste my time. This was important that we saw this today because now I know what you don't want,
I'm glad that you said that because we all hear that. And going back to like, well, I want to hold off on looking because I don't want to waste your time.
Yes, we hear that a lot.
And it's nice. I appreciate that because a lot of people don't care about wasting our time.
Correct.
And it is what it is. It's what we sign up for.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory, but
Part of it.
in that same breath, this is what we signed up for.
Yeah.
So when you say, I don't want to waste your time looking, it's not wasting my time. This is my job.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if I sold every house that I showed, I would have retired a long time ago. That, we're gonna not buy a bunch, and we're gonna buy one.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
We can. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna like this. I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
They apologize to me for not buying a house.
Like, please don't buy a house that you don't want because you feel bad. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Appreciate your apology. Please just buy the next one.
But it's nice that people are considerate like that of our time, because there are people, who know that when we're out showing them houses, that's time away from our families. That's, and the people who think about that are the people that I really, really appreciate. But at the same time, they have to know how much we appreciate them letting us be the one to waste our time.
Yeah,
on them.
sometimes I'm just, I feel so grateful that they picked me as their realtor, and that means just the world to me. So yes, I agree.
It's such an insane thing. Because we've got so many agents in our area that service our area, which is not like a huge. We don't live in like a major metropolitan city or anything. Right. But we have so many agents that when somebody picks you to be their agent, puts all their trust in you, and goes through and they're super appreciative, and they're like, they tell, they refer you out and they say, oh, Anthony's the best. You have to use Anthony. Like, that makes you feel, man, all these agents, and you just said I was the best.
Yeah.
And you told them they have to use me. And that's awesome.
I'm glid you realized it.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a popcorn basket or something.
Or cake.
I'm going to have you send you a cake. And it's such a cool, like, gratifying feeling when that kind of stuff happens. So, people, we appreciate you just as much as you appreciate us. Promise.
100%.
Probably more, really.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So something I'm curious about, because, okay, you're on the same team, right? So you're one unit kind of working together, except you're both still individual agents out there selling. So how many times in the course of your career has one of you had the listing and the other one brought in a buyer? Has that ever happened?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time.
So, okay. So,
but since we're married, that's still technically dual agency.
that's still dual agency. What, did that ever happen before you were married?
Yeah, it did. I'm sure it did.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
Well, if she's telling me about a listing that's coming up,
right,
you're trying to fill that void of, houses that aren't there. So,
right.
Absolutely. It happens all the time.
Oh, I meant the dual agency part of it. Like, it wasn't dual agency till we were married. That's what I meant.
Correct.
Yeah.
So legally, it has to be dual agency.
Because we're married and we live in the same house.
The files stay in the same place. So technically, they do need to be dual agent.
So if he's on one side and I'm on the other, we always fill out the dual agency form.
Okay.
It's funny, though, because even if she's on the other side, if I have the buyer and she has the seller, that doesn't mean that I'll play.
No.
Oh, just, go ahead. No, I'm still trying to.
100%.
Well, you still have to, and that's what I wanted to get into, right? You still have to do your job.
Yes.
You still have to look out for your client in the transaction, regardless of who the other agent is. So that's got to be like, have you ever had any? Has there ever been any not because of you guys, but maybe one buyer or one seller is being a little unreasonable, and it happens, and it.
Sometimes it will be one of us, though, just because if her seller wants to do one thing and I think my buyer should be doing something different, or I'm trying to look out for them, her on the other side or not, I'm still going to go to bat for them.
Of course. You have to. It's your job.
We don't let it bother us. Like, we both just know that we're just doing our job.
That's important, I'd imagine.
Yeah. But it's still that competitiveness.
It is, yes. It's in our blood.
And it's just like repair denims for everyone.
Oof.
You still get people that no matter what, even if it's a little thing, there's sellers or buyers that have that mentality that they want the win.
Yeah.
So
everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell my clients that sometime we're negotiating, and my seller will come down to a certain number, my buyer will go up to a certain number, and then the other person will come back with something, and then they're like, why would they just? And I'm just like, listen, they just want to win. Some people just want to the last thing they said to be the thing that you say fine to. So you can go back to them if you want to win, or we can just say okay and be done with this.
Yeah,
I can go back to
we're fighting over
watching Lioness.
$200. Yeah.
Good show, by the way.
It's a great show, dude. Yeah, that show's crazy. I'm a big Taylor Sheridan fan. All of his shows are good. Yeah. But anyhow, sidetrack. So I didn't know, because from what I've always understood, if two different team members were involved in the same transaction, did not have to be dual agency.
No, it's just because we're married.
But it's just because you're married. I didn't know there was a special rule for that. Interesting.
I didn't even know until we got married.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
better
Mike
safe
Buscher.
than sorry.
Should we call Michael right now and ask him?
He won't answer. Call Old Metal.
That's what I said, Michael.
Oh, did you? Oh. Yeah, okay. No, I've always wondered how that works with you guys, because even though you're a team and you share a lot of stuff, you still have somebody who just knows you, or who just really knows you, and that's who they go to, and then the chances of you being on the other side. And it's got to be tricky too. Like, I always tell, when I have somebody call me to list their house, and they'll say, do you have a buyer for this? I say, yeah, I'd probably find a buyer for this, but I think we need to hit the market, especially right now.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough as a married couple, and I'm not trying to put you guys
That's okay.
to be like, you've got a listing coming up and Anthony's got a buyer for it, to just be like, yeah, but we're still going to hit the market. Bring your buyer through once we go active.
Yeah, I think it's a lot still like most teams of, even if you have that listing, if you're going to sell it to that buyer before it hits the market, you better bring a great offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You better wow them to the seller to be like, this is probably worth it.
Yeah.
Especially not, sometimes not showing the house a lot is great for a seller.
Yes, especially if somebody's pregnant or sick or something like that. It can be a huge benefit, but we usually explain to the buyer, hey, listen, this hits the market, it's probably going to get multiple offers. So
yes,
you got to come in guns a-blazing.
Did you guys listen to the last one I did with Shelly?
Yes, I was actually listening to it right before we came here.
We covered this ground, and we disagreed a little bit there, because I said, well, I think that the closed door deals, the ones that don't hit the market, I think you're doing a disservice to your sellers. And she's like, disagree.
It's not always the case, but
not always. And and I guess I said, okay, for clarity, is if you give them all potential scenarios,
correct.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
If you say, hey, we've got an offer right here, it's a great offer. The potential exists, and I never make any guarantees. Potential exists. If we hit the market, we're going to get more great offers.
Yeah.
Or you can just take this one and we can be done. You don't have to worry about leaving your house. You don't have to, but know your options.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, hey, I got this great offer for you. We can just sign here and be done.
When we sold our house, we essentially kind of did that. We didn't put it on the market. I was pregnant. It was the middle of COVID. And I saw an email.
Oof.
I saw an email and it said, looking for a house with a pool. And I just wrote her back and I was like, so what are you looking for? And I was like, well, you can show it. And then she sold it. And to me, it was a huge benefit, because I was like, I don't want to show my house when I'm pregnant. It's middle of COVID. I didn't want to deal with it. And it just worked out for me. So there are some people out there in that type of...
I think it's what you said, though, is as long as the seller knows all the scenarios, they have all the facts in front of them.
Right. It's all communication.
Yeah. Yes.
And in your instance, you didn't need to be explained all the scenarios.
Yeah.
You're a realtor.
Yeah.
You knew.
Yeah.
You were fine with the number, then good.
I was fine with the number. I was like, yeah, let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah, COVID was a crazy time in real estate.
It was
right?
so crazy.
Yes.
I just remember... it happened, right? All of a sudden, COVID's here, and Tom Hanks is sick, and for 2 weeks, people were scared to even look out the window.
Yes.
People were just hiding under the covers.
During that time, I remember showing a house, and a okay, you got to stay over there, I guess.
Yes. Like, I don't know how this works. Like, I was like sanitizing the door.
Yes, it was nuts. Like just going out. But then as soon as they said real estate agents are essential workers, and people were like, oh, I can look at houses.
Yes.
I can get out of this. Like I can
that I'm
leave
in. Yeah.
this. Yeah. And like it just went nuts all of a sudden.
So crazy.
2.5% interest rate really helps.
That too. Yeah.
Yes.
Like the stars aligned.
Yes.
And
our worlds were so crazy because I ended up getting pregnant during COVID, and then we also moved ourselves. So we were just like, life was insanity.
So we moved, and I had people lined up to help me pack the U-Haul, move everything. And I think I had like 4 people lined up, and 2 of them called and said, we have COVID. We can't do it. All of you just stay home then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He
honestly,
moved like almost all of us. He moved our like king size bed on like his back. I was like, if the world ends, you might be like one of the last people alive.
I was determined. I was like, we are staying in this house tonight.
So I was pregnant, so I wasn't like a lot of help.
couldn't do anything. Yeah.
Right. Like I was like, oh, poor Anthony.
Wow. Yeah. What a crazy. I used to remember like going through so many houses with like you go in, the lights would already be on, the doors would already be open everywhere. You couldn't touch
Everyone's
anything.
masked.
Gloves, masks, it just it was nuts. I mean, it's not funny, but it was just such a crazy time, and then the rates dropped.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And we're still like I explain this to people all the time because my theory, forget what the lawsuit said last year, real estate commissions did not drive up home prices. That was part of it, right? Like, well, the inflated commissions, they're driving up prices, and
commissions were typically higher years ago anyway. 7 used to be a normal thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I first started.
And I just had to, and Krystal, I just showed one of your houses the other day. And it's these clients I had to explain this to because the last place they bought, their investors, was pre-COVID. And so we're shopping and they're buying houses for 50, 60 grand, need a little bit of work, fixing them up, renting them out, and they took several years off. And now they called me up. They want to go buy some houses again. I said, okay. So we go look at your house, which I was like, you should buy this house. Just so you know, right? Because that was a good price for that house.
Yeah.
For them, their mindset is, oh, this price tag, wow, this needs work. And I'm like, oh no, this is the new reality.
Things have changed.
You're going to have to get used to because when you were buying houses, that was normal, and then COVID happened, and then 2% interest rates. Everybody came out of the woodwork wanting to buy houses, but all the sellers just refinanced. So we lost all of our inventory, and we gained like so many buyers, and then supply and demand. Prices shot up like crazy.
Yeah.
And we're still in kind of the wake of that. It's not as crazy as it was, but prices are still up.
And for the right home, that still happens.
Right. It does.
Yeah.
It does. But how many have you guys like encountered this? Because I have two now where I have a seller and they're expecting that.
Yeah.
They're expecting, 10 offers for 50 grand over ask, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And you've got to have that heart to heart, like, hey, listen, you missed your, it was a couple of years ago. You missed your window. This isn't, we can still sell this, but
price it accordingly and make that happen. But
people are chasing those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's a challenge for us now, is to get people kind of reeled back into those expectations, from a couple of years ago. That's not where we're at now. Not necessarily. Like you said, though, for a really good one that's priced right, and they're not reaching for the stars with the price.
Yeah.
You can still get the stars with, multiple offers and escalation clauses.
Yeah.
But you can't put a house out there that needs work put into it, that for the area you price it at the very top, which is what people are still trying to do on occasion.
Yeah.
So how do you guys talk them off of that? Because people are stubborn.
They are.
How do you get people to understand, that we're not necessarily in those times anymore. We need to be here, not here.
I mean,
we didn't have to have those conversations for a long time.
Yeah. Just statistics and experience. That's why they hired us. That what we're seeing, it's just not happening nearly as much. Just the amount of activity just doesn't seem to be there on some homes.
Yeah.
No.
I usually give them a little bit of a heads up before we list it, just to because I don't really want them to have that expectation if I don't really think that's going to happen. And when I'm explaining price, I'll explain how the market is and stuff, because it really, you don't want to let people down.
Well, and you don't want to sit days on market either.
No, days on market.
Especially now,
still
people are
means a
looking
lot.
at that
Yeah.
and they're like, well, it's been on the market for 30 days. What's wrong with it?
Yes.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah,
It's such a weird thing, right?
I just did a $15,000 drop because we had been on the market, I don't know, say 8 or 9 days. We had 15 showings and nobody was going to make an offer. And I was like, listen, you need to get this sold in a reasonable amount of time. Otherwise, you're going to have people saying, what's wrong with it? And you'll get less at that point. So she listened to me. She did a $15,000 drop and we sold it.
Like that, right?
Like that. And I love working with people that already have the trust there, you know, because we've been friends a really long time. So she just she was like, listen, I trust you, and if that's what you think, so that always really helps. But if you're working with someone that barely knows you, they don't always trust you,
right? And their neighbor went for this much, and their cousin sold a house, and they know their dad has sold 5 houses in his life, so he knows how all this stuff goes. And and it's
they just put new appliances in, so they're obviously going to get over asking.
Right. And it's we say that stuff and we chuckle about it because this is what you do, and we're not making fun, because it's, of course, people, it's the internet's there and everybody has all this information, and it's on almost every aspect of everything. People think that they know more than they do now because there's so much information out there, but you still need to listen to your agent. And you told your client, we need to be here and it'll sell, and it did. And it's the same. I always tell people, we can wait for a buyer or we can sell it. It's two different frames of mind here. You want to stay at this number and hold on for a while, then we're waiting for somebody to buy it. If we be where I told you we should be to start, we're going to sell it.
Told you so.
You're right. I mean, it's something that it's not new that we go in and somebody thinks their house is worth more than it is. It's just, it's been amplified so much in the last few years because they can see that, well, a year ago, this house sold way up here and mine's better. Mine's always better. Everybody's is always better.
Are you seeing where there's so many people are waiting, they're just sitting on the fence waiting? I hear that all the time.
Yeah,
which I think if rates do drop and they get close to 5, I think we'll see just
craziness.
A little madness again.
Yeah, but don't you think that there's a chance, if it drops down to 5, one of our problems is it's low inventory and we still haven't caught up, and it's because so many people are locked in at 2.
Yeah.
That they don't want to list.
I think, though, that you'll have those people that as it gets more of the norm and comes back down, it's easier to deal with that pill of, well, I'm going up a couple % opposed to going up 4 or 5%.
There it is. I think if we can get down to in the 5s, that's enough to entice quite a few of those people locked in at 2 who want to make a move to go ahead and put their house on the market. If we can get into the 5s, we can, I'm hoping, actually get some inventory.
I'm really hoping they come up with some type of government incentive. They talked about doing a buyer incentive to help.
Yeah.
I really think they need to do some type of seller incentive to lower your taxes, so people that own tons and tons of rentals will start dumping some of them.
Yeah.
Because that's what really create that inventory. It'll even things out a little bit. But
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We always talk of, there's always the buyer, the first time and the grants, all that stuff for the buyers. We do need to incentivize sellers to sell.
Yes.
Right now. And that would help. And it's everybody, it's cost of living is so high for people now, and
people are stealing eggs, man. It's wild.
Well, yeah. No, the eggs have gotten out of control. We can't help you with that. But
unless you want to buy some acreage where you can get your own chickens.
There you go.
There you go.
And hope they don't get sick. because there's some nasty bird stuff going around right now.
Yes.
But as far as like the houses being so like unaffordable for so many people, I think that's the only way we can do that, is to get some more houses in the inventory out there that we can, get a little bit of this balance back.
I know. Yeah.
So, and people think that we love, I don't know, I'm sure you guys had this too, during the crazy 2% times, when houses are, every time we stick a sign in the ground,
craziness.
We'd
Your phone would start blowing up.
10 calls before we even get home to input it into the, system.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
People are like, oh, this has got to be great for you. Like, no, this is horrible.
Yes. You're letting buyers down like constantly. Right. That's not fun.
Well, and one of the really hard things too is when you have multiple buyers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that want the same property.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Contemporaneous offers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You, then what do you do? Because you're like, okay, well, just so you know, and they're like, well, what did they offer?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, can't tell you that.
No, can't tell you that.
Is this even going to get it? Is this even worth our time? People find ways like around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is it even worth our time to do this? Like, is this like, it's always, we should always make, if you want to make an offer, we should always make an offer. Mm-hmm. If you don't make an offer, the answer is guaranteed to be no.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to not get it if you don't try. But, I prefer balance. I don't know about you guys, but I'm almost 50-50 buyers sellers. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really close to that. I'm pretty even. And so when I can't find houses for my buyers, it's not that great for me that my listings are flying off the market, because I still have half my business where I'm struggling to find something for these people. So when everybody thought that, oh, it's a great time for you guys, houses are selling for so much money. And it's like, you understand that
I do both.
Yeah, half my business comes from people buying houses, and they can't right now. Mm-hmm. So I like some balance. I like
to do both too.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing that people think that if home prices are high, then realtors love it. Like, I'm like, man, I would love for home prices to come down a little bit. Yeah. That would be great for us to be able to get some balance back in this market.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a weird concept to think about. Higher prices equal higher commissions.
Mm-hmm. Happy clients equal higher commissions.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. And when half your clients are trying to buy houses and they can't, I would much more prefer them to be able to buy something better for us.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Sweet. We all agreed. Bring those prices down.
You got a good plan.
Make your realtors happy. So you've got are you guys, let's see here. You got showing coming up today. We had to bump this up a little bit. You got a pretty busy few weeks planned. Like, is it you guys got some stuff in the works? Like, that's what this time of year is for me, is like the planting of the seeds, pretty much. Like, all right, call some of these people.
You start to get a lot of calls this time of year where people, I feel like what happens like first of the year is people have spent so much money over the holidays that they're sitting at home, and it's also cold and flu's going around and whatever. They're sitting at home on the computer, so they start to call you and they're like, hey, they start to put a bug in your ear. So that's what a lot of this time of year. But yeah, we've been pretty busy.
Good.
Overall. Like to get some more stuff under contract, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
always that way though.
Always more things under contract. It's there's that like recovery time after all the holidays and the freezing cold. But I always tell people, as soon as that sun pokes out, people start getting stir crazy. Soon as that sun pokes out and the snow melts, they come out of the woodwork.
They get their tax returns
back. And so everybody that I've talked to that is like, I'm thinking about listing my house this year. I'm getting in their ear now. Like, we need to get the ball rolling, because all of a sudden you're going to find yourself behind.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's something to pictures too when everything's blooming.
Oh yeah,
there is.
Yeah,
it just looks better.
Grass is green and those flowers are blooming. Yeah, for sure.
Some photographers out there that'll make that happen for you regardless of the weather.
Correct.
Like, how come the clouds look the same in that picture and that picture on that listing and that listing? interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Photographers. And they've got the wide angle lenses. Like, how many times do you take people through and they're like, this room is small.
Yeah.
Look big on the pictures.
Well, some of us have really good photographers.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And they're not like deceptive, but wide angle catches the whole room.
Yeah.
It's just a different perspective.
Yeah. And we see it all the time. So we know when we can go through a listing and see that room's like 11 by 11. And
Look at those measurements.
Yeah. But we can also see too.
It.
And like, oh, this has been touched up a lot.
Yeah.
You can see filters.
Yeah. Like this was a quick flip. We see that too. And
you see all the little stuff when you go. Mm-hmm. That's why people are like, well, it's not online. Well, I'm like, if you want to see it in person, that really changes things.
Yeah.
You see all the finishes and stuff.
And there's stuff, you got people will say, how come, what's wrong with this house? I want to go see it, but it's been on the market for this long.
I just had that question earlier.
Right. The pictures look really nice, and so I'll get on there and I'll look at the pictures and be like, okay. So here's what you're going to see when we go in person.
Yeah.
That's the flooring's bad. It's falling apart.
I've even done that. I've called clients and been like, this one looks great. Let's go see it. And we get there and I'm like,
dang it. Sorry, wrong. I wasted your time.
He usually walks through the door with his head down. Like, that didn't work.
Yeah. And you have to see things in person, to really see. And it goes the other way too. I always tell people, there are houses online that look great in pictures, and then they're a letdown when you go through them. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, there are houses where the pictures are like, meh.
Then you show up and you're like, wow.
Yes. And then you show up and you're like, actually, this could work. I mean, literally, we bought our house the same way. Mm-hmm. The pictures weren't good. I mean, it was back in 2011, so this is before people were really using photographers. Mm-hmm. But the agent who listed our house, this is before I was in real estate, like, the pictures were bad. I mean, it needed updating, but we weren't scared of doing that. But the pictures were really bad.
Mm-hmm. Still see that time to time.
And it was, right? Side note, you can't just go and fire off some grainy pictures from your old flip phone camera anymore.
No, anybody else listening, please keep doing that.
Oh, sure. Fine.
Makes us look better.
Yeah, fine. And I'll circle back around to that kind of stuff. But our house is on the market for months and months and months, and we kept seeing it, because we were looking at all these houses. Here's this one house. We love the area.
This is the one you bought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, fine, let's just go look at it. And we went, and it needed work. But once we were there, we were like, oh.
Yeah, this isn't so bad.
Oh, we can do this.
Yeah.
We bought it. We're still there. We're there 14 years later.
Do you ever see where sometimes, like, the difference between like pictures and going in person sometimes has to do with like cleanliness and like little stuff like paint?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like little stuff like that makes like a huge difference when you're actually there.
Yeah.
I feel like I try to stress that a lot.
Yes. So much.
Like the way the trim looks and like, like the little like nooks and crannies and stuff like that. But people like look at that,
They do. And people don't have, like, I don't know, people don't want to come in and have to do work now. Everybody's busy. Mm. And so anytime you go to list a house and they're like, I mean, I know I need to paint, but they're going to want to paint whatever color they want. So I'm not going to worry about it. And I know it probably needs new carpet, but they're going to want their own carpet. So I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe I'll just give them a credit.
And the credit
never
works.
Never works. I say, here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to come in. They're going to beat you up on the price because this work needs to be done, and they're still going to want that credit.
Yeah.
So you're getting hit twice for it. Mm-hmm. When you could just pay some money, get this done. Nobody wants to come in and have to redo all the flooring. They want to buy a house, move in over the weekend, back to their life.
Yeah. Because everyone's so busy.
Everyone's so busy. Yeah. So put the flooring in, paint the walls.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Spackle your holes, sand them down.
Yeah.
Spackle your holes.
Caulk. Good Lord. The amount of houses you see that just have trim that are not caulked.
He was in construction, so he is very picky.
It's like, he's getting into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I do.
Because he
I'm
did.
very anal about those things.
No, I mean, but it's like, it's that kind of little stuff. And then people are like, oh, people can't see past this. And it's like, no, they can.
Yeah.
They just don't want to deal with it because,
Yeah.
you know, they're
people
like,
are busy and they don't have the time. I
Right.
feel like it really all boils down to the time. Like people just don't have it anymore because they're just working so much and going to basketball practice and just, you know, a million things.
like if you want to sell a house that is not like pretty much move-in ready,
Yeah.
be prepared to sell it to somebody looking for a deal on a house.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Be prepared. That's, you know, not that you can't sell it.
Very
but
little people looking in the middle. They're either looking for something move-in ready
Right.
or like a deal. The middle, there's not many in the middle, I feel like.
No, I
There's
agree.
more on one side or the other. I feel
They
like.
all want a deal.
Everybody wants a deal.
Everyone wants a deal. But if it's completely move-in ready, they don't have to do a thing. That's, you know,
Yes.
great for a lot of people.
And you mentioned a mess because that's a big, like, you got to clean it up. Yeah, like you have to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know,
It smells.
Yes.
People get
smells.
used to smells.
They do.
And that's part of our
Dogs.
job too. That's actually kind of hard sometimes.
It is so
you
hard.
I've
to
talked
explain
about
to
this
them.
before.
Oh, yeah, you did,
This
didn't
is
you?
important.
Yeah.
No, but it's important. We don't have to not. We can. This might be the first time somebody listens, so we can revisit. Smells.
Yeah,
Anthony,
you do not
go
realize
ahead.
that
Yes.
the cat urine is over everything, but you're used to it. You
Yes. Actually, one of the last houses I listed, they said to me while I was in the home, and I never get asked this, they said, smell. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, does anything smell?
Oh,
and I was
nice.
like, no, not at all. I don't smell a single thing. But thank you for asking. And
Yeah.
then I explained like how hard it is to be like, your house stinks really bad, but you have to say it really nice.
You do.
You know?
Especially when it's a pet or something because they love them.
Yeah.
You know, and your nose gets adjusted to that. So
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, smell pops up on every single listing appointment because I make it a note and I'll tell them, and your house smells good, so that's helpful. I've always, and they go, oh, it does? Oh, good. I'm like, yeah, it's good. That's the first thing that when you walk into a house, like that registers quicker than what you see. You're so overwhelmed. There's
Yes.
so many different places your eyes can go. There's lighting, you know, there's all the, you know, the paint, the flooring, the furniture, the decorations, everything, the clean, but there's one smell and
Yeah.
it hits you immediately. And if it's good, awesome. Then we can start focusing on the other good things about the house. If it's bad, guess what? Now we're not even going to look at this other stuff because we're just going to be like, but it, ugh.
You
But
can
it
tell a
just
lot of
stinks.
times walking into a basement if there's mold because of that.
yeah.
You know,
Yes.
it just hits your nose.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be too much of a like decent smell, like where they have used so many air fresheners
Whoa.
that you're like, oh my.
Little whore bath to that house.
Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah. I hate Glade plugins. I hate them. It smells like chemicals and it gives me a headache.
Yeah, we don't have that stuff in our house.
Yeah.
So when I go to someone's house, I really smell it because I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man,
We don't have any chemicals in our house.
I know. I'm kind of like
Good.
non-toxic.
That's same. Yeah, we're the same.
Okay.
We clean everything with like vinegar.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we're the same. You know, that stuff's poison. You don't want all that
It
stuff.
is. Yeah.
So,
and
yeah,
vinegar's like super cheap.
it's the best.
Step
It
out and
is.
let you two talk.
Yes. It's the absolute best.
It is.
But we that's it. And you know, I'm like, get like a wax melt, get like a Scentsy, get that going, get something more
Yeah.
like natural smelling,
Yes.
and not this weird spring rain chemical stuff that just
Yeah.
to me that's like, okay, what are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
Mahogany teak wood.
Oh
Rich
yeah.
mahogany.
I got rid of all the Bath and Body candles, and that was his favorite Bath and Body
Okay.
candle, and he still like talks about it. He's like, it's fall now. We can't have like a pumpkin candle. I'm like, they're so toxic.
They are. They are. My wife and I just had this conversation this morning about Bath and Body. Yeah, so they're never going to be a sponsor, apparently.
Bath and Body, probably not.
No. Yep. All right, I'll have to find a different one. But
Find like a vinegar company.
a vinegar company. That'd be something, right? Brought to you by vinegar.
The Walmart brand.
No, that is a good idea. Have you thought about getting some sponsors for
I
this?
have.
To make a little
You
side
should.
money.
I have. I'm. That's one of
like-
my goals this year is to. I mean, I have to define. People want to know before they put money into something like this. Well, what's the market? You know, who's listening to
Yeah.
this? So, a lot of realtors listen to this, obviously, and some people out there, like I said, that just have a general interest in real estate and that kind of stuff. So get ready, local lenders.
Yep.
I'm going to be calling
I come.
you. Yeah. I'm going to be bringing some statistics, and I'm going to ask you for money. It's going to happen.
Use code PEDIGO to get 10% off.
Ooh. Yeah,
I listen to a lot of Rogan.
To get a lower rate on your loan. Yeah.
There you go.
Something like that. I'm sure they'll be on board with that. But I want to circle back to the pictures thing, because my wife, I've said so many times, like, knows just as much as most realtors, because we talk about it all the time.
You
I'm
answer
telling
your
her,
phone in the living room.
Yeah.
Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
Fingers.
But there's a time where listings were going so quick, and she's like, how much are you spending on pictures? She goes, let's be honest. Do you really need to? Do you really need, because for one, I'm not going to brag. I took photography in high school, got a C. Pretty good. Yeah. All right. I know my stuff.
Very much.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a C.
But I've got a decent camera. I've got a tripod. I'm good. Like my pictures that I take are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't have fancy editing software. They do a better job than me. I'm not saying I could do what they do, but I've sold plenty of houses with my own pictures in my life.
Yeah.
And she's like, you did it then. Now, when houses are selling themselves, why are you now spending all this money?
Spending time, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's that.
Yeah.
Time is money. Yeah.
Because I used to do that at the very beginning, is I would go take the pictures myself and fully edit them, color correct them.
Yeah, same.
But it takes a lot of time.
It does.
We actually bought a really nice camera at one point, but then honestly, just the time of it, and it's right off too. So.
It is.
Right
And
off.
you have to have some expenses. I mean, and I enjoy it. I love taking pictures. I like editing them. I enjoy that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I have to be okay, here's what my competition is doing.
Yeah.
Right? My competition is offering, people want to see, regardless of if you find a buyer day one, they want to see their house in this pretty package.
Yeah.
That they want to take a virtual tour of their own house. Mm-hmm. They want to see their house in a floor plan. This helps me get listings when they can look back at my other listings and say, oh, this is what you're going to do for my house?
Yeah.
Right. So even though it might not be, sorry, photographers, love you guys, it might not be totally necessary in this market to sell a house, you do such a great job that it helps us get listings, I think, moving forward. So that was my reasoning behind it.
There's a couple photographers, I know one for sure, that will include other promotional type stuff that you can put on your Instagram story or Facebook. So that helps us as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, agreed. They definitely do a service, but when it comes down to just selling houses,
yeah,
I always told everybody it's a really simple formula. It always has been.
Yeah, you caulk.
Yeah, all you got to do. Spackle and caulk. That's all it takes. Spackle, caulk, and don't let your dog pee all over
paint.
everything.
Well, yes.
there you go. Yeah, paint. I mean, paint is just a very easy,
Really is.
cheap thing. But man, just how many times you go in and you're like, this needs painted.
Until sometimes not everybody's a good painter.
It's
Correct.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. It's or
it's on the ceiling.
You're not supposed to paint the light switches.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're laughing because you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many times.
They just paint right over everything. The electrical outlets, light switches.
Or on the trim, and it's all wavy.
Yes, the ceiling. I'm always looking up. I'm what is going on?
Yeah. Oh, no, we'll just do it ourselves. I'm like, no, good call. Yeah, do that. Do that yourself. Very first listing I ever had, it was sitting for a couple months, wasn't selling, and the rooms were crazy colors. And I volunteered to go paint it myself, and I did. It was the last time I ever did that. It looked good.
Gosh.
It sold, but I try not to volunteer other services.
Isn't it funny? When you first get your first listings, my first listing, I was doing the craziest things. I was having these open houses and tying balloons from mailboxes and just doing all these crazy things. Because it was my first listing.
Yeah.
I still do it. I'm well, I'll just go put the window well in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I did sod somebody's backyard.
there you go.
Well,
See?
I mean, that was like your specialty.
That was, yeah. That was. Yep, that's right. So I didn't just paint. One time I actually sodded somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
Please do not ask me to do that. I cannot do that. My knees are bad. My back's bad. I'm not sodding anybody's backyard.
Definitely thought of the first sponsor then, right?
My dad?
Yeah. 100%.
No. Hey, that guy's done enough for me. He paid for me to get my real estate license, so that's enough.
Yeah. You know what? My mom did too.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
What
Yeah.
kind of business he'd get from this?
What?
All the calls from this podcast? You kidding me?
He's linked up with Killabrew, so he's fine.
He's doing okay.
Yeah. No, he's doing fine. My dad's got great contacts with pretty much all the local builders and stuff. And so by the time people even buy their house, it's already got Pedigo sod on it.
Yeah.
So that's a good business. I loved it. It was getting old, I was falling apart, and it's a tough job.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, okay, we've gone over an hour, but I'm having fun talking to you guys.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And you don't have to leave just yet. You brought up open houses.
Okay.
And I'm like, I feel like that's something that I want to get going again. It's a good tool for us, and we've gotten away from them. So, are you guys still doing them like regularly, or not as much, or wanting to get back into them, or want them to go away? All honesty.
I feel like we might have different opinions on open houses,
Okay.
me and you. I don't love them, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. Sometimes I feel like it feels a little awkward.
Okay.
And I don't feel like they always work.
No.
But they don't. I mean, to be honest, you probably have a better shot of picking up a buyer than you do like selling the house.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan. I don't do a ton of them. I feel like if I give you enough advice in the beginning, we don't, and you take it, we don't need one.
Sure.
So we don't do a ton of them. Here and there.
I do a decent amount of new construction, so an open house there's a little bit.
It is a little bit different.
Just because it can lead to a new build pretty easily.
Yeah. That's I always tell people this is going to most likely benefit me more than you.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
However,
Yeah.
I have sold houses
Yes.
with an open house. It's happened.
Yes, it's happened. But
And so-
how many times? Not a ton.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
But it's happened.
But it's happened.
Not a lot.
So-
The amount of open houses I've done,
Right.
Yeah.
But the amount of clients that you've gained from having an open house.
A lot.
Right.
A lot. Yeah.
So with that in mind, okay, knowing that this is a good chance for me to meet people and potentially gain new clients, that on one hand, there's that. And if you let your seller know, hey, just so you know, there's a pretty good likelihood I meet some new clients here that maybe they're not going to buy your house, but I'm going to sell them something somewhere.
Yeah.
But I have, in my career, sold multiple houses with an open house. It's happened. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. And knowing that it has happened and it is a possibility, we might as well extinguish all of our options, right? If
Yeah.
I can't get you to come down on price, if you're not, if your margins are too thin, why not?
Yeah.
Why not do it? Right?
I feel like if you are going to do an open house, I do really kind of like the idea of putting the house on the market and then having an open house immediately.
Immediately. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good
I
idea.
agree.
And I'm not totally opposed to that, but I still feel like sometimes that's just not even needed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you got used to the COVID era.
So, it changed everything.
Yeah.
It did. And
Yeah.
you just didn't need to have an open house, But if I need to have one, I will. But I don't feel like it's going to work.
I'm just trying to get you more clients, Krystal. So, sorry. Just trying to help. Yeah.
I'm all about that.
All right, guys, I got to let you get to your appointment, and my
just
stomach's
moved him
growling.
back.
What's that?
I just moved him back.
You moved him back.
10 minutes, yeah. I gave you an
I
extra
knew
10 minutes.
that's what he was doing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We were an hour 15. Is there anything else you guys want to get to?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
No.
I thought you
I
had more
just
on your
enjoy
dock.
talking to you,
Yeah.
Eric.
I do zero prep. I don't write anything
You
down.
wing it.
I just want it to be like a natural conversation.
Yeah.
I want it to be like, okay, so Question 1.
It would feel so weird.
Right. Like I've got like a general formula of like, hey, tell me how you got into it. And then let's just talk about real estate. Like any social setting, it doesn't matter who you're there with or what they do for a living. What do you end up talking about when they find out you're a realtor?
Yeah, real estate.
Real estate.
Real estate.
It's easy to talk about real estate. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
And we do it for a living, so we can talk about it for even longer. So I'm like, why force weird, like, uncomfortable just...
Yeah.
So like,
you probably
let's just
like the
come
night before think of some questions. No?
No, I was watching the Challenge All-Stars last night.
Ooh, see, haven't started that yet.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not as good as the flagship, but even that's gotten kind of... I don't know. I'm loyal, though. I've been watching it forever.
Oh, I know.
He
Challenge.
has too. Like,
Since
40 we've
just
been
got
together,
over.
he's been watching it.
So how did you feel about how that ended? I can't help but root for Bananas, even though I know.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm literally the same way.
Even though I know. And so are you watching, like, The Traitors? Do you watch that?
I've watched every single one of them, pretty much, except for some of them that were on, what was the streaming? The All-Stars.
Oh, it was on Paramount.
Okay, I did not watch all of those.
But the show The Traitors, you know what I'm talking about? It's on Peacock.
Oh, no.
I've heard of it.
Oh.
I've heard of it.
Do you like reality TV? Garbage?
It's like the only
Anthony
thing
and I do?
I watch, really.
I don't really like. That's about the only reality. No, if we can get into Apple TV shows, then I'm really going to go off. But
Yeah, I don't have that anymore. We canceled that. Okay, I'm sorry. Watch The Traitors, though. It's on Peacock. Just
I've
watch
heard about it.
It's like the #1 reality show right now for a reason. It's excellent.
Is it the one where they like send them out into like the middle of nowhere and they have to survive? Is that
Nope.
That's not it.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I forget which one that is.
Yeah, but it's so good. We love it, and there's challenge people are on it.
Oh, okay.
So you'll like it.
Yeah.
All right.
He watches more TV than me. I listen to
Seems like I watch a lot of
podcasts
TV.
You listen to podcasts
when I'm doing the dishes.
Good.
I'm always like, what's Eric up to this
Yeah,
week? Who's
I know.
he talking to?
I need to pump out a few more. I've got to get some guests lined up. I've got
The holidays.
I've got Casey and Tim. We're recording tomorrow, so I'll have this one out by tomorrow. I'll probably put that one out next week.
Okay.
And then I'm working on getting the Grady's in.
Oh, that would be
one.
fun.
Right.
So you'll have them as a duo as well.
I talked to Cindy yesterday about it because Missy said she wanted to come on, and then I had a closing with Cindy yesterday, but she couldn't make it. She was sick. She texted me and she's like, "Let me know when you're ready for me to come on your podcast." And I was like,
Oh boy.
I said, well, I've already got Missy wanting to come on. Do you guys just want to come on together? And she's like, "Oh, that could be fun, but it might get your show canceled." It's like, I'm in charge of this show. Nobody can cancel me. Yeah. I'd have to cancel myself. I'm not doing that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We enjoy it too
I
much.
thought your dad was going to shut me down, though. He threatened.
See, those are the OGs relationship-wise,
Right?
Grady's.
Right. So that'd be cool. That'd be a fun conversation. So I'm always up for like ideas too. If anybody has anyone who they think I should get on, like I've been working on Jane Hay for so long, but she is refusing. She was at our holiday party.
Why? That doesn't seem...
She was hiding from me.
Really?
Yeah. She gave me a hug when she first saw me and she's like, "And now I'm going to avoid you like the plague," she said. And she did.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jane.
I think it would be fun, too. You should get a group of people,
Yes.
a little cooler, and let things get off the rails.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know you've said that.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting.
that would be really fun.
I do want to do like a realtor roundtable, right? I do have another microphone, another headset. So I do want one where there's 4 of us just talking, bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
I'm not really like hosting. It's just, let's talk about some stuff and chop it up. And then maybe we just do an office exclusive where we have a few beverages.
There you go.
Yes.
And I click the box that says explicit when I upload it.
You can always delete it.
Or you have to have the link to be able to listen to it. Yeah, we could do something like that, man. I'm open to it. I do a couple other podcasts, and those are off the rails for sure. Yeah, I definitely have to click
Your wife
that
told me
box.
that. I didn't know you had other podcasts. Your wife is really sweet, by the way.
She is,
She's
right?
so sweet.
I did okay. She's a good one. I'm very driven with work and I'm a good, but she's just so creative and she thinks of things differently than I do. And it's so good to have that to bounce off of every now and then.
Yeah.
And she sees things that I don't when I'm telling her about, transactions and talking to people. And well, did you just tell them this? And I'm like, Yeah, damn it. How are you better at my job than me? So
Well, because she's been in it with you.
Yeah.
You know, like she's been there for the whole ride.
yeah, she's awesome. So no, she'll appreciate that. She doesn't listen. So.
Oh, really? Well, she said you have so many. I go, do you listen? I was like, because it's great. And she was like, no, he has so many.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
And I've been broadcasting for like 20 years, like literally since I was
You
in high
have the
school.
voice for it.
And
Like,
so-
voice and personality.
Thank you and thank you. Yeah.
But when you say his voice is like perfect for this.
I'm uncomfortable with compliments, Krystal.
Sorry.
But
Well, this is fun then.
I'm just kidding. No,
You know I'm
it's
right,
fine.
though.
Yeah, but she, she said, she's like, I spend like all my time with you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm not around you, if I am listening to you also, she's like, that's like a weird obsession kind of a thing.
I love it.
It's like, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. You
So wait, you're not obsessed with me?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you're saying?
not weirdly obsessed.
Yeah.
I mean, a healthy obsession is fine.
Yeah.
But to listen to me talk
Yeah.
when she's not listening to me talk already in
Right.
person seems excessive. So, but no, she's awesome. Very supportive. Loves that I do it, and just doesn't want to hear it.
All good.
All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Okay.
My stomach's
Thanks, Eric.
growling.
Thanks, Eric.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm really, really glad you guys decided to come on here and do this. And maybe we'll do it again.
It was worth the money. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I'm not paying you. Anthony and Krystal Buscher. I will talk to you guys later.